12 o'clock. UPS just stopped here about an hour ago and they dropped off two new styles in two brand new colors that I really like to show you. I just took them out of the box and I wanted to get the outside pictures while I still had some good sun outside so you could see the colors. These are two, as I said, two styles in two new colors. These are from the Orchid collection from Rene of Paris. I'd like to thank Frannie's Hair for providing these two styles for me so I could review them for all of you. The links to both styles will be listed down below for you in the description box. The one I'm wearing right now is Liana by Rene of Paris from the Orchid collection, and it's in the color Moonstone, I believe. Yep, it's in the color Moonstone. I had to check. Both these styles that I'm going to show you are regular synthetic fibers. They are not heat friendly. I'm going to start out with Alicia in Champagne Sunset. Alicia has a center part, an extended lace, felt covered ear tabs, an extended nape, and Velcro adjusters. And there's a good amount of stretch to the cap. All right, let's see what Alicia looks like. Well, I know what it looks like because I just recorded the outside video for it. But I'm just shaking it out because I haven't done anything to it. Champagne Sunset. It appears to be a neutral color. A neutral blonde. It doesn't appear too gold. It doesn't appear ashy. And it's very well blended. We don't have any highlights as chunky highlights or even thin highlights. It's just a well blended. It appears to be blended with a light brown, very light brown, and we have a light brown root. I think the color is beautiful. If you prefer a neutral blonde, I think this is great. And make sure I have it on correctly. The fit, I've got a 21.5-inch circumference, and I did cinch it in a bit, so I think it fits true average. They added some of the lighter fibers to the front, so we don't have any knotting, but it's not a band. We just have a little bit of lighter fibers, and they did a really, really nice job with the lace front. Here is the ear tab. So I've got good coverage. It's very light. Alicia is very light. It only weighs 3.07 ounces. We have a light density here, and we have basically no permatease what's to speak of. There may be a tiny little bit on either side of the center part, but it is almost, if you don't like permatease, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this because you really can't feel it. And as I mentioned, it's a very light, it's a very low density. We have a fringe right here of 6.5 inches. So if you wanted to cut a bang into it, you can certainly do that. The crown is 9.5 inches. The nape is also 9.5 inches. And they're calling this a rooted blonde. But like I said, it really does appear to be true champagne and neutral for sure. And I'm sure somebody's going to ask me if they could wear it slightly off center. I thought the center part was pretty wide. So if you want to wear it off center, you certainly can. Not too much, but it can be worn off center. I'm going to take a little bit of water. Easy, throw and go, no fuss. Wash it after 6 or 7 wears and hang it up to dry, and that's it. No heat needed or anything because it is regular synthetic fibers. I think the style is really pretty, and I think the color is beautiful. The second one that I received is Sheena, and this is also a new style in a new color. The color is Moonlit Silk. The cap is very similar to Alicia. The difference is that Alicia has a center part and Sheena has a left part, also an extended lace front, felt covered ear tabs. We have an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, and a weft cap with stretch. I believe I have a little bit of box hair right here. With Sheena, we're going to have a little bit more permatease. Not a lot. It's very, both of these are very light pieces. But with Sheena, we're going to have a little bit more permatease to the right of the left part. The density is very light. Sheena weighs 3.14 ounces. So once again, a low density on this piece. They did a beautiful, beautiful job with the lace front. We have some of the lighter fibers on the front. It fit me perfectly. I did have to cinch it in a little bit to accommodate my 21.5-inch circumference, but I think I've got great coverage. Here's the ear tab. Because the density is slightly higher on Sheena than we saw on Alicia, I think you can fluff it up a little bit more, not by much, but you can fluff it up a bit. The fringe on Sheena, we have 8.5 inches. My face from hairline to chin is 7.75 inches. So Sheena is just a little bit longer. If you wanted to cut a fringe on it or a bang, you can certainly do that. The crown is 9 inches. The nape is 4 inches. So a little bit shorter than what we saw on Alicia. The color, Moonlit Silk. I don't have any description from the manufacturer, so I could just tell you what I see. This is a non-rooted color. Okay, so if you are someone that doesn't like the roots, you're going to love this. You may love this color. This appears to me to be very like a pewter color. It's blended with dark gray and some lighter gray or some silver, but we don't have any highlights, whether thin highlights or chunky highlights, with the exception of a little bit lighter on the front. But it's not very obvious. We don't have money pieces, just some lighter fibers on the front. When I took it out of the box, what came to mind was pewter. That's what it looks like to me, or a steel gray. But pewter is definitely what comes to mind with this color. I think it is beautiful, and I also think it's unique. I don't believe I've ever reviewed a color quite like this one, actually like either one. These are pretty unique. I think Rene of Paris did a really nice job just kind of stepping out of the box, because the colors are usually so similar. Even within the same brand or from brand to brand, it's, we have the highlighted brunettes or the golden blondes, but these are just different colors. I think they did beautiful blends on it. Let me know what you think about Alicia and about Sheena. I would love to hear from you. Do you like either one of these? Do you like either one of these two new colors? I would love to know your thoughts. Leave it down in the comments. Thank you, everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.